Alright.
Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of the King's Castle. King James along with Blair Chauvin.
Hey, guys.
And I've got some breaking news as it relates to the upcoming brand extension.
Ooh.
It was announced earlier in the week that the draft for the new rosters of Raw and SmackDown will take place on the debut live edition of SmackDown, July 19th. Now, we brought up last week that a couple of former general managers are jockeying for position to run SmackDown, and we saw another one last week, that being the former executive vice president of talent relations, John Laurinaitis. So I pose the question to you again, Blair. Who would you want to run SmackDown if you were the booking?
Who would I want to run SmackDown? Well, I want it to be run like a business. And I know someone who said they'll run the country like the business.
Oh no.
And he has prior wrestling
Oh
experience.
my god. Oh no.
I think it should be Donald J. Trump running SmackDown. And then he can resign from the presidential election.
Blair?
What a great idea.
I say this with all due respect.
Uh-oh.
There is no way on God's green earth that Vince McMahon would ever let Donald J. Trump run SmackDown. And I'll tell you why. Because back in 2009, he tried to have Donald on as a storyline to where he was selling Monday Night Raw to Donald Trump. Trump ran Raw for at least half of one episode. It didn't work. He bought the company back within the span of the show. So there's no way that can happen.
What about Eric Bischoff?
Bischoff I could see because
we love Bischoff.
Because even though Bischoff for years has been the most hated heel from a managerial perspective of all the fans, he has done some good things for the business, and I do think he has a good relationship with Vince McMahon, despite the last time we saw Eric in a managerial position on WWE television. Vince was stuffing him into the back of a trash truck after firing him as a storyline.
That's what Jeff calls Wednesday.
So we'll just wait and see. But in the meantime, we do have to touch on the next pay-per-view going up,
Bash at the Beach,
which will be Battleground on July 24th, only on the WWE Network. We know that the main event is scheduled to be Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, and that'll be quite interesting because we've seen what two Shield members can do when pitted against each other in the ring. These
two Shields, one ring.
These three guys are liable to beat the crap out of each other. You think this is a good idea? Pit all three Shield members against one another?
I think it's gonna come to Roman Reigns is gonna be back, right?
Supposedly, because from what I understand, the suspension ends before the pay-per-view, so something could happen between here and there, but
I think Roman Reigns wins if he does as many steroids as he was doing before the suspension. That got him suspended.
By the way, guys, don't worry, we're not actually condoning steroid use, and I apologize for Blair making a crazy joke. A bad joke, by the way.
Roman, I know a guy who could get you better steroids. I know someone.
Don't listen to him, Reigns. Think about your daughter.
Reigns, call Fred. Fred's my steroid guy.
Think about JJ, your daughter.
Why do you know his daughter's name? That's too far.
Because he's mentioned it on camera, on TV.
You still should have known his daughter's name.
All right, I'm sorry.
We're having an on-show intervention.
I pay too much attention to what they say on the show. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But who do I favor in this match? Reigns, Styles, and Rollins, right?
Yeah. No, Reigns, Ambrose, and Rollins.
Reigns, Ambrose, Rollins.
Ambrose is a champion.
Rollins had nudie pics linked on Instagram. Reigns did steroids, and Ambrose awkwardly wears jeans. We'll go with Rollins.
Really?
Yes.
So you really think this is just going to be a back and forth thing between Ambrose and Rollins as far as a game of one-upmanship, huh?
Who knows? I mean, I don't even know if Reigns is going to be wrestling.
Well,
His future is so up in the air.
speaking of people who are wrestling, I do have some news for you.
Who?
One of your favorite heel factions is back.
DX.
No, I said heel factions. That being the Wyatt family.
Yes, you told me that.
They made their return this past Monday on Raw.
James, look at his shoes.
Please
Wow.
don't worry about it.
Chris
anyway,
Dunn with the sparkly shoes.
But anyway, the Wyatt family made their return this past Monday on Raw. And it looks like they might get into a little bit of an angle with the New Day, the tag team champions. Now,
The Wyatt family looks like a family who would not like the New Day.
well, do you see this? Do you see this working? And if so, do you think the Wyatts are going to take the titles?
Oh man, that's tough.
Because Bray himself has yet to be a champion.
See, the Wyatts are what we in the business would call psycho.
You're finally admitting that they're psycho.
They are psycho, and the New Day are kind of just aloof, and they're dancing, and they've got the bootios going on. So I feel like they could easily take advantage of the New Day.
Nobody can take advantage of positivity, and you know why?
I disagree with that statement.
Well,
I feel like you take advantage of my positivity all the time.
or should I say, nobody could try
And
to
our
counteract the power of positivity because New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
I agree. New Day rocks. I just think these the Wyatt folks, I think they're gonna cheat and lie and do whatever they have to do. I also think in this storyline they will turn into racist.
Well,
They will go all.
it is a PG show, so I
know they'll do PG
I
racist.
doubt they'll pull any slurs because they probably get in big trouble.
No slurs, but it makes a lot of sense.
Well, I don't really agree with that, but
I think it's gonna happen, James.
when we come back,
They look like those kind of guys.
when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up just within the next couple of weeks on the network because I've got some big news about the network, so stay right there.
Oh man.